just thought I'd do a quick upload. I tried to do a live, but unfortunately the signal, there's too many buildings all in the same place, I think, and it's hashtag London. So I just noticed, I'm just out and about, that's why my hair looks like this. But yeah, I just noticed after like many years of walking down the street that it's called Pepys Street, as in Samuel Pepys. I don't know if, yeah, I can turn around, not me turn around, I can turn the thing. So, just so you know that I'm not telling fibs. There you go. And then, just you spin like that, and it's teensy now compared to the rest of the buildings, but this is St. Olave's. And this is kind of known as Pepys' Church, although All Hallows by the Tower is famously where he went up, you know, to like look at the effect of the Great Fire of London, and to record it in his very famous diary. So these skulls like indicate that this is a plague cemetery, or graveyard actually, churchyard. Yeah, also in 1586 from the burial register it shows Mother Goose. No joke. There are 365 names recorded for the Great Plague, and Pepys, of course, which was not until 1703, if anybody is interested. Above the door there, my Latin is shocking. At the top it says Christ lives. And then I don't know. Death. No, Mors mihi lucrum. I don't know. Anyway, April 1658. Apparently, so yeah, a lot of skulls. Quite nice fretwork. I don't know if it's open. It was before, and then oh it is, and I was going live before and I didn't have the signal, which is so annoying. But I don't know if you can read that. I'll pause it and zoom in a lot. I don't know. I'll read you it on the way out. So this is a churchyard. You can see those grave markers in the corner. They wouldn't have been there originally, because unfortunately, I don't know. Grave markers are moved around now, or previously. Like, so those are probably in the original positions, but when you see them up against the walls like that. So it says there, entrance to the South Gallery and the Navy Office pew often mentioned in the diary of Samuel Pepys. And this tablet, or the tablet that I'm reading from, was erected in 1891. So it's quite some time after Pepys' death. Above the door, which is set down from the churchyard, is St. Michael. Pretty confident because he's got a sword. Although it could be Olave, to be fair, in the style of, because this is his church. He's got a Roman centurion's helmet on. It all gets quite confusing, really. Now I say it myself. But let's just have a quick, I'll just show you around and then I'm going to creep in. I love a little tiny door. I was just saying it to my friend of mine who's inside the church already. I love a little door on a church. I don't know why. It just reminds me of Narnia. So, yeah. I just thought I'd bring you around this bit. This tomb is not Pepys. This is somebody who was, I like it when they're older. This is 1820. I think that was 79, which is a brilliant innings for Jane, what's her name? Tabor. So, yeah. Go on, Jane. Well done, love. Right, let us, hopefully, there can't be a service, surely, not this time. She said, hopefully. Oh, actually, the doors are... that's odd, because this door's open, but those ones are closed. I don't know if you can see very well. That's for the two World Wars combined. It's the wine and spirit trade of the British Isles who created this porch, which is nice of them. So this is the original stone, and obviously that's newer. Obviously post 1945, otherwise it would be ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to point you kind of that way while I see if I can open the door. Yes, I can. No, there's no service going on. There's one person in here, but he won't mind. Ooh. Shut the door, okay. Alright, so there's Latin. Never mind. We've been in here before. I don't think it was a live stream, but I remember. Maybe I was just filming. I think it was raining at the time. I remember going into All Hallows as well. This is to one of the reverends. It's not very clear on the camera, so, or maybe it's my eyes that aren't clear. I don't have my glasses on. This is a memorial to the Reverend John Letts, who was the rector of this parish for 20 years, and he died in 1857. And he was 57, which isn't bad going. And his sorrowing widow erected this tablet, which is, I mean, it's good to know that she was sorrowing, really, as opposed to his gleeful and joyous widow. Anyway, I really do need to look back into heraldry and symbolism. Those are griffins, I know that much. The lamb on the top. I think that's the symbol of the Worshipful Company of Cloth Workers, and I think that because it says so there. Teensy little knave, although I'm not going to be too nosy, but that's Pepys there. I don't know if I can zoom in either, sorry. Okay, so more Latin, everybody. Without my glasses. Oh, that's in English underneath. Yeah, Mr. Sheriff of the City of London. Yeah. People, in short. So Trinity House, where this stone was placed by that corporation of Trinity House, is just around the corner. That's completely Latinised. And they are, if I'm not mistaken, Tudor-looking figures and sort of Masonic. Oh, I don't know that it is, but behind that lady on the left's head is a cooking pot, but the top bit looks like the compass thing. But however, I should say it is very nautical around here because we're very close to the Thames. That's old. I wish I could zoom in or walk right up to it, but I can't, and the light is not good enough. When I turn around, it will be, because the light will be in the other direction. He looks quite stern, you'll have to take my word for it. Trinity House again. He looks a bit... Oh, it's shocking light, I'm so sorry. Who is he? Peter, Turner, William, Turner, Patris. Oh my gosh. Yeah, something, I think he's, I don't know, some sort of father of the city. Yeah, I'm not doing the Latin today, people. That's all Latin as well. Right, this is the main stained glass window. At the top is the P, you know, with the X at the bottom, that I think it was Constantine said that he had a vision of it when he Christianised Rome. We'll take his word for it, I guess. That's in English, very old English, 1694. In Christian hope of a blessed immortality, near this place lieth interred the body of Jane, late wife of Matthew Humberstone, of London, Esquire, the second daughter of James, host of Sandringham, Norfolk, Esquire, who, being a person of singular accomplishment and many excellent virtues, her endeared husband thinks this monument just debt to her fragrant memory. Oh, she was 33, and her husband wasn't until he was 60. He's in there as well. So that lady there looks suspiciously like the one up there, but maybe it's just that was the fashion. So there's more coats of arms and busts for memorials to the ceiling. I don't know if you can see. I can see the Corporation of London emblem. Again, my heraldry is shocking. That's for the tower. I don't think you can see them anyway, to be fair. Okay. The dodgy looking babies are just a fact of sculpture. I don't know. More skulls at the top there. That's for Pepys. So that says Elizabetha Pepys, Samuel Pepys, and then it's in Latin. Shucks. So that's definitely George, who is the patron saint of England, even though he's Armenian. That's Michael, because Satan's beneath him, portrayed as a red serpent with a head, strangely. I haven't seen that often. That's Christ crucified and Christ King. At the top there's the four gospel writers. I'm so sorry if you can't see them, like their animal representations. The top two windows, Alpha and Omega. Yeah, nice story bit. So if I just cross over, so these are other people, aldermen and sometimes sheriff, that one says. Bless him, he was a busy man. Paul Baining, Esquire. Right, I need to be in here on a sunny day, really. Some Latin dude, he's not Latin obviously. They just like to show off in those days, because no one was checking the spelling probably. So Queen Elizabeth I, Saint Mary, or the Virgin Mary as she's more commonly known I suppose. That's St Catherine Coleman, so she's quite a modern addition. At the top, so this is all women obviously, at the top is Edith Cavell, you may have heard of her, Josephine Butler, Florence Nightingale and Elizabeth Fry. So Elizabeth and Florence, certainly I've made videos on them. Edith Cavell, something to do with healthcare or chemistry, biochemistry. Okay, this is what happens when you don't do any research whatsoever. Do you know sometimes it looks Latin and then you realise it's Old English? Men by lying down in his bed to rest signifieth laid in. Wow, what you chatting about, you people? Dude. No, it's almost unintelligible. If I could work out the font. Man by weeping in his... don't know. Anyway, it's some sort of poem. I do apologise to the author. 1566. That was before punctuation and grammar were a thing. This is a First World War memorial, the Great War. They didn't call it the First War straight away. That would have been pessimistic. I have a feeling that's... I don't know if it is Britannia. It looks a bit Romanish. Anyway, it could be. That's definitely a lady because they always have their boobs out, to be frank. So anyway, let's keep going. Oh, thank goodness English. Okay, so the sacred memory of the Reverend Alfred Pover. For upwards of 40 years, rector of this parish and rector of the combined parishes of St Olave, Hart and All Hallows, which is across the road. Staining from their union, sure, anyway, in 1870. And he was born in 1824 and he died in 1901, which is relatively late. Oh yeah, this is a side view of what I'm looking at. Well, it's the actual view of what I'm looking at, but it's side on if you're in the church. So this is where the choir sit, of course, facing each other across the aisle. That would be where communion's given, on the altar. This is the lectern, where the sermon is given from. It's just very pretty. That's part of the organ there. That is in gratitude and respect to eternalise the memory of Sir Andrew Rickard, who was a knight, citizen and opulent merchant of London, whose active piety, you can't see him, I'm so sorry, inflexible integrity and extensive abilities alike distinguished and exalted him in the opinion of the wise and good. Just all of them. Adverse to his wish, he was frequently chosen chairman of the Honourable East India Company. Because he was so humble, but he's still done it. It's always good to give a big job to someone who's already busy, they say, because they'll get it done. Right. This is Alfred again. He was the rector who I just read about, and his wife Marianne. These are private crests for different families. I guess who've got loved ones. That's the flag for St. Olave, who I got wrong last time, so I'm not going to guess it. It's one of those Scandinavia type countries. It's over. I'm not going to guess. I can't do it. These are all First World War time clothworkers companies represented again. I love that. These red ceramic poppies around the edge were part of an art installation that stretched around the entire Tower of London at the time, and you could purchase them afterwards in memory of anybody. You know, you could sponsor them and then purchase them, which I did actually. All Hallows Staining is a place, thank goodness. That's the Corporation of London, the full. It's not technically coat of arms, but anyhow, with the dragons either side. So just one last sweep around. And thank God, actually, that the Corporation of London is still very much like there's lots of churches that are still standing, which is a brilliant thing. He was 87. He gave 40 shillings every year to be bestowed in Newcastle Coal for the relief of the poor of this parish, and doth allow for 4 sermons yearly, bless you, forever, as by his will at large doeth appear. And that's 1619. That's a lot of money, by the way, 40 shillings in those days. I think there were 12 shillings made a pound, or it may have been a guinea. Listen, I'm not a currency exchange. Anyway, this is the final part. My friend seems to have, died of boredom, or gone outside. There is a downstairs, maybe he's down there. I don't want to shout out. Okay, so these are insignia. That's definitely the tower, because it's got a tower. That's Olave. I knew it. It's going up and downstairs. Is there anything down there worth looking at? I've got to go down there. Alright, there's a little bushes as it were. Okay. Oh, there's somebody coming up, so it does help. It's alright. I don't think we'd have made it. They look quite narrow. Thank you so much. This is teensy. I'm just going to hold on for dear life and show you how little these stairs are. Oh my gosh, they had much slimmer people and shorter. I thought the shorters. Everything's so cutesy. Even the, like, rockets. These are like memorial stones still. But okay, anyway, shush, go. So this is technically a crypt. Guess what language it is? Christopher Jacob Elfson Hamer, son of Elfensheim. So Austria. I'm not going to embarrass myself. This is Tobias Wall, Esquire. He died in 1744, aged 58. Not to be disrespectful, he looks quite surprised at the fact. These are from, it says here, the late 15th century, early 16th century well. It's definitely, well, I'm assuming the Virgin Mary is blue. There's like 18th century finds and 16th. Clay pipes are just lots and lots of them underneath London. Those things there. There's some stuff in there, and then I'm going to show you. You remember me saying I love a little door? It's a little door. Okay, so now I really do have to mind my head because, oh my gosh, So look, very deep stairs. Oh my gosh. I could never have done this live. Okay, so I don't need to tell you what that is. I don't care who you are, you know. This is so beautiful. That says forward, forward, Christ's men, King's men of the cross. And then St. Olave, that is Olave there pictured. I'm guessing also, I don't know, these represented maybe there. That's definitely Christ crucified with Mary. Okay, and that's how small this is. It's like the underground secret church bit. There's another lectern and a grate that, yeah, I don't know. I think this looks like it would have been maybe a baptismal font. It has to be. I don't know what else it could be. And there's oils, holy water over there. Oh, I think it's lovely. And obviously chairs for congregants. Right, up we go again. Let me just show you, let me give you an idea of how small, let me go back down and show you. I don't think I'm doing it justice. It's teensy weensy. Like you, that's definitely not 5'7". Because you have to go through like a crowd. Oh, sugar. Okay. I didn't. That's a replica, but another stone that's similar to the ones outside the church above the gate. And this, if I had a piece of chalk or a crayon and some paper, I can't read it. No, I can't, unfortunately. It's too light. Too white. Okay, anyway, so that's the crypt. Done and dusted. And I think that's what I was trying to show you earlier. Like the smallest details are so cute. Okay, let's get back up these teensy stairs. These, look how narrow they are. I'm really pleased I didn't eat that dessert now. That's St. Olave. Just proof. It says so down there. Oh gosh. You wouldn't want to fall backwards down those stairs, look. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely the tower. What the heck is that? That definitely looks like a boar at the top. I don't mean it's tedious, I mean it looks like a wild boar, oddly. And there's a horse on top of that one. That's as far as it stretches today, folks. Okay. Right, I'm going to step outside. And I don't think I've ever told you, I'm not. Is it still open? I've been locked in. Yeah. So inside this church was where I had an experience. Yeah, there was a time when I came in here with somebody else. We were saying a quite significant prayer, and literally, let me turn the camera back around now. Literally the exact right time. The light just shone through the stained glass window. It was just the most, can't think of the word, it was a beautiful moment. Put it that. The labyrinth is over there, but I've shown you that before. I'll quickly show you it again, and then, because I feel bad for mentioning it and not showing you. But yeah, it was one of the most tranquil, and I can't think of the word, it's so odd. I'm usually quite verbose. I'll think of it in a minute, hopefully. Right, this is the labyrinth, everybody. It's hardly having. So yeah, you start there. You want to work your way in. So I'll just scan around. I don't know if I can get it all in. There you go. But I mean, if you were to take a wrong step, it's not like it's not earth-shattering. But the point is to like train your mind on tranquility. I think to